Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my craft room, basement craft room makeover video 2. This is going to be the final video, and right now Marion's back here sweeping up the floor. We're going to be laying down the carpet that we bought. It's outdoor carpet, so it's not as nice as this stair carpet that he laid, but make sure that you go back and watch video 1 if you haven't already. I'll put it right up here in the cards, and I'll also link it down in the description box if you want to see from start to finish. But we have a lot to do in this video, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna lay that, well, probably he's gonna lay that carpet down. like he's pretty much doing most of the work. I'm just telling him what I want him to do. Isn't that how all our projects go? Kind of. I am gonna help him. Are gonna lay this carpet down. I think it's gonna make a big difference once the carpet is on the floor. And then I still have to paint the wall behind or in front of me over here. In my last vlog, I stopped after I painted the rails and I did not paint that wall, so I still have to paint that. And then just doing like things, once that's done, then we're just gonna be like focused on like the desk and the bookshelves and all that. So alright, so now that Marion got the floor swept up and cleaned as best we could, we decided to lay this carpet down. If you watched the first video, you know I was going to paint the floor, but I decided at the last minute that I wanted to buy some carpet, so I just bought this outdoor carpet. This is pretty much the cheapest you could find. I wanted something that was gray, and it was the only one that they had, and it's very, very thin. It's almost like a blanket. So actually Marion said it was super easy to unroll, the easiest carpet he's ever laid, but it's not durable at all. This is not something I would recommend. I'm not positive if I'm going to keep it, but for now it works. It's a basement floor, so I didn't want anything nice and, you know, expensive on it. It's definitely different than the carpet from the stairs. That we don't mind putting the plush or thicker carpet on, but down here we just wanted something really thin. And we do use outdoor carpet in case we do have water. Occasionally, you know, we have issues with our basement, so that is why we always go with the outdoor carpet. But it just makes a nice smooth covering, and it covers, you know, all the spots and stuff on the cement floor, so it does look a lot better than just the plain old cement floor. So the carpet is finished. It looks so good. It's a little bit more blue than this gray, so you know, it is what it is. Obviously I need to like clean this up. There's little pieces everywhere that were cut, but that is a big step that is finished, and these stairs and the painting. Okay, so I went to Target and I purchased this 5-shelf bookshelf. It's a really tall bookshelf. And then I also purchased a shorter bookshelf that's a 3-shelf bookshelf. These were, I believe, $25 and $30. I'll try and link them down below if I can. Very inexpensive, I felt. And the smaller bookshelf is actually going to be the base of the desk that Marion is going to be making me. So I originally had planned to reuse my old kitchen island as part of my desk and have a desktop built to it, but I did change my mind and decided on the shelf at the end. I think it's going to give me more storage and it's going to be a better fit. You can see that Clyde really liked this box. Anytime there's a box, Clyde will find his way inside of it, and he and Ollie were playing. It was super cute. So Marion just put both of these bookshelves together. The ceilings in the basement are pretty low, compared to like normal ceilings. So this bookshelf is actually pretty tall, and it's taller than I thought it would be, so which is fine. It just gives me more storage space, but it is pretty tall. You'll see in a minute compared to the other cabinet I have in the room that it's a lot taller, but that's okay. And I also decided to bring my cube organizer that has been in my living room down into the basement. This is basically filled with all my craft storage anyways, and so there was not any need to have it upstairs, as when all my craft storage is going to be downstairs. And Marion is going to be building me a table to put here to replace this. Hopefully it will be similar to my kitchen island because I love that table. So for now I was just moving this downstairs. Once I took everything out of it, it was very light. But I also got this at Target several years ago. It's a little bit sturdier, a little bit nicer quality, and a little bit more expensive, but I think it was in the $50 to $60 range for the 6 cubes. And these are the larger cubes. They're 13-inch. They require the 13-inch fabric bins that go inside of them. So Marion just put the bookshelf up on some wooden risers just to keep it off of the carpet, and then he went ahead and put some trim along the bottom just to kind of hide it, and it made it look a lot better than just the raw wood. He did go ahead and do the same thing to the cube organizer, and I need to go ahead and either paint it or have him add some of the trim along the bottom of that as well, but for now it's just got the wood underneath it. So Marion has been working hard on my desk. He just built this. This is just a piece of, what is this called? MDF. And it was already this size. So I think it's like 4 by 2 maybe. And he just built the frame, to fit it, because this was almost exactly the width of the bookshelf. So he just used 4x4s and 2x4s. And now he's going to attach the top to it. And then I can move this out if I need to. If we need to move the desk or whatever, I'll just move that out. So these are just the screws that he is using to connect the tabletop to the legs of the desk. So I'm just showing you a project that I'm going to be working on. This is a 15-foot chain, and I had seen this on Pinterest as a way to hang your wrapping paper and your ribbons, and you use a chain and some dowels or some curtain rods. So I picked those up at Walmart and some white spray paint, and I painted them all white. It doesn't exactly take paint so great. It's not easy painting chain and those wooden dowels, but I did the best I could, and I just spray painted them white. I was also painting some little stars there. You can see those are for our stockings, and you'll see that in my Christmas decor home tour video, which is coming up next. But here I'm just spray painting them white, and then I'm going to be showing you in a minute what I did with this. So this is just the Color Place white paint, semi-gloss, super simple, inexpensive. This is what I painted the desk with. I originally was going to paint it the icy teal color of the wall, but I just decided to paint it all white and have the pops of color in other places. So this is what it looks like after one coat. I did do 2 coats on the whole thing, and then I did the top with a 3rd coat as well, just make sure it was nice and coated well on the top. So here Marion is screwing some holes, drilling some holes up into the floorboards, and we're going to use these screws to screw them in. And this is how we are going to hang the chain and also some curtain rods that you'll see in a second. So these are just super inexpensive screws that we picked up at Walmart for like $1. And then here you can see I'm using the dowels. Marion did cut the chain in 4ths for me, so I had 2 chains further apart and then 2 closer together, which you'll see in a second, to hold my ribbon. This is to hold my contact paper. Originally I was going to put all my wrapping paper up here, but these were these were the bigger dowels, and they were pretty hard to get inside these chains, so I ended up storing my wrapping paper in another place. But it is good for all my different contact paper. And then Marion took the thinner dowels and cut them in half for me, and this is my ribbon storage. It's kind of ribbon, yarn, everything in one. And so I thought that this would be much easier to work with if I could actually see what ribbons I have. There's so many times I go in to get ribbon and I have no idea, and it's too much of a hassle to have to dig through it, so I just don't use it, or I buy some different color ribbon. So now I know I can clearly see all the ribbon that I have. It's much easier. And then these are just some very inexpensive curtain rods I picked up at Walmart, and some sheer curtain panels. They are $5 a panel, super inexpensive. Actually, Madison had these before, so I just reused them. And they're just hiding what's behind that. It's going to eventually have some storage bins with maybe like my home decor, but for now it's just some other things, some odds and ends. And now I decided to make a few labels for some of my storage bins and jars and things like that downstairs. So I made some white ones and some black ones. I just used my Cricut and printed them out. This is a box I got from IKEA, and so I just printed party supplies on this, and obviously it's just holding various party supplies that we like to get to. I used to have a whole lot more, but now it's just condensed into that one box. And then this box is just going to hold some different camera equipment and also some computer equipment. And I love these white IKEA boxes. I'm going to grab some more when I go back to IKEA. And then I got these 2 12 by 12 kind of scrapbook paper containers. I think I paid $7.99 for both of them at Tuesday Morning, and they are the perfect size for not only the 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, but also for Cricut paper. So this is just holding all my various paper, which I didn't used to have a place for it. So this is so convenient and nice. And they're in that, this one at least is in that beautiful teal color that I love. And so now I can keep all my scraps together, and then the rolls fit perfectly inside of this as well for my Cricut. So it's just all in one place and just makes so much more sense than the storage system I was using before. I absolutely love these. So this is a beautiful wall hanger that I got, I believe at TJ Maxx or Home Goods a couple years ago, and I absolutely love it, but I just could never figure out where to put it or what to put in it. And so when I decided to have a craft room, I thought, I'm going to hang this on the wall and use it for something. And Marion was going to build me a storage box for my paints, but I decided to not make him do that. Instead, I thought, why don't I just put my paints in this? So I got him to hang it on the wall, and then I printed a label that just says paints to go on the chalkboard area, which is really cute. I've tried so many different things on this chalkboard, and it just doesn't look as good as when you print the label off. And this is actually how I stored my paints and paintbrushes. Obviously, it is a mess, and it's hard to find what I need. So now I've just kind of color coordinated them, and so I can clearly see every color that I have, so I know if I need to pick up a different color, and it's just going to make things so much easier when I go to grab paint. Madison paints a lot too, and actually a lot of this paint is hers. We all share it, but this is just going to make it so much nicer, and I just think it's a really cute way to display it. And then, of course, just all the old paintbrushes. And I had this little bucket that I think I got at Dollar Tree or something. And I had spray painted it this beautiful teal color. And it's just the perfect little container for all of our different brushes. And then I had Marion put a big heavy-duty screw into the wall, and I can hang my Cricut mats there, so that's perfect. And then this is the tall bookshelf. I'm just going to show you how I decorated or how I organized this. This is just some extra paints that wouldn't fit in that container. And then I have this bin that is like obviously just full of everything. Everything gets thrown in this bin, and it is so frustrating when I need something out of it. Like glue sticks fall to the bottom, there's glitter all over it, there's like 700 rolls of tape, rubber bands. So I went to Hobby Lobby and I picked up these little organizing jars. There's like a smaller size and then a bigger size, and they're $2.99 and $3.99, but you could get them half off. And I just decided to, combine everything into these little jars so that I would know where everything was and it would be organized and it wouldn't drive me nuts. So I'm just going to fill them up with the smaller jars, obviously with the smaller things, and the larger jars with a little bit larger things. And then I also bought some storage boxes to organize the rest of the stuff. So these jars are going to sit on the second shelf, and I thought about making labels for these, but I feel like I'm probably going to change them up pretty often depending on how much I'm using these things, and so I just kept the jars blank. And this is a little Caddy. I think I got it at Dollar Tree years ago, and it just holds tacks and safety pins, things like that. And these are the boxes I got at Hobby Lobby, and I made labels on my Cricut machine, and let me tell you, I picked the wrong font. That was so tedious and hard because it's so small. But I do like the way that it turned out. But I bought a bunch of these little black and white boxes, and they are so amazing. Now I have my staplers, staples, I have my glue gun. Everything is labeled, and I know where it is. This is where you'll see my crazy collection of tape. And I actually almost went and bought more the other day because I didn't know where my tape was. And look how much tape I have. So now that I know where it is, hopefully I can use all this like wrapping Christmas presents, and I won't have 700 rolls of tape. But this one particular bin is very full. It's the glue and tape bin. So, but how convenient to have everything in one place. Madison actually already wrapped a present tonight, and she just went straight to it and grabbed the tape, and it was wonderful. This one just holds my picture hanging stuff. This is my stationery and stickers and envelopes, and then this is a miscellaneous just for all those odds and ends that I don't know where to put. And then these just stack perfectly on these shelves, and I love the black and white gingham, I do, or the buffalo check. And so I was just trying to rearrange and make sure everything looks nice. I'm sure I will play around and see what works. Once I start using this craft room, I'll see how things work. I picked up this little acrylic, I think it's a makeup organizer, but it's perfect for my scissors and also some other various tools that I have. And over here I am storing my printer, and this is a cute little container I picked up. I don't have anything in it now, but eventually I will. And a cute little sign Marion got me. And then this is an air purifier, which I'm going to tell you all about in just a minute, but it's wonderful to have in the basement. And then here is the rest of my wrapping paper storage, all where I can see it and get to it, and it's so nice. This is the rug that I bought. It is the Pillow Fort rug from Target. I think it was $60. I'll try to link it below, but it's that same icy teal color as my wall, and it's really plush and thick, and I absolutely love it. I looked everywhere for the right rug, and this was the one I was looking for. And just putting my desk together on it, and it's just coming together, and I'm so excited. This is a chair I got at Goodwill. I only paid $5.99 for this awesome chair, and I was gonna paint it originally, but I actually like the black. In the room it ties everything together because I have a lot of black and white, and I kind of like that it's a little bit like rustic looking. And so I decided to not paint it. And my mom had bought me this seat cushion a while back. Didn't fit my other chair, but it's perfect for this one. And this chair swivels, and it's tall, and it's just perfect for this craft desk. And I wanted to share this with you. My sister-in-law is a master seamstress, and she made me this beautiful dust cover for my Cricut, and she even embroidered Dorsett doorstep on it. It's so convenient. It even has like little pockets all along the front to store your different tools if you want. It's so cute, and of course, it's black and white buffalo check. She knows me well, and I love displaying that there. And then I bought these little bins. They're kind of like miniature tubs that we store our, Christmas decorations and stuff in. But this is just, one of them has my cords to my Cricut, and the other just has all my Cricut tools. So I can just grab these and put them up on the desktop with my Cricut. They'll be right next to it. Super convenient. It's amazing. This is going to be so much nicer than the old way. Alright, so before I get into the big reveal, I want to share this air purifier with you. This is the Toppin Comfy Air C2 air purifier, and this is the C2, which is for larger rooms. They also sell a C1, which is for smaller rooms. But air purifiers are amazing. They can help in a lot of ways if you've experienced irritation from dust or allergies, or you have asthma or other respiratory conditions. This has a 3-layer filtration system and a UV light, and it efficiently filters out most of the pollutants and circulates the air in your space so that you can breathe in fresher air with fewer allergens. It has this 360 air circulation, so you don't want to put it up too close to anything. You don't want to block that circulation. But this is going to be perfect down in the basement, where it can be musty and the air can be damp, and I'm excited to use this. As you can see, it's a digital touchscreen, super, super easy. You can hear the fan speeds. Super easy to change that. You can also set it for a 2-hour timer, a 4-hour timer, or an 8-hour timer, and push it again and it goes back to just continuous running. This filter light turns red when the filter needs to be changed, and you can also turn that off if you use this at night and the light bothers you. And then you can turn the entire machine off if you like. Always unplug it, turn it off before you unplug it. But this is great if you have kids, if you have pets, if you're not the best housekeeper. Air purifiers are amazing, and they really do make a huge difference. Make sure that you check out Toppin. I will leave a link down below, and I want to thank them for sending this to me. I'm definitely excited to be using this down in our basement. It may move around. It may move upstairs some too. I'm not sure, but for now I'm going to keep it down in my craft room. So click that Amazon link down below and use the code Arika TPA, and you can save 10% if you would like to pick one up. Alright guys, I just wanted to give you a quick reminder of what this room looked like before. We had a lot of work to do. If you remember, this was Madison's old bedroom, and it was pretty nasty. When we moved everything out, that carpet had to go, the wall needed to be painted. It looks so much different now. So here are the stairs that Marion recovered. We tore a wall out. He built new railings, and look at this beautiful room. It's so bright and fresh. I love how bright it looks. It's so clean, and it's just my dream come true. Like, seriously, this is something I never thought I would have. I absolutely love it. I cannot wait to get down here and start working on projects. It's literally something I never thought I would have. So it is a basement. It isn't a big fancy room. So we're going to have we have cinder block walls, we have rafters on the ceiling, duct work going through, but I don't mind any of that. I'm happy with it. It's just amazing. This desk that Marion built me is exactly what I asked him to build. It's so great. He's so handy. And I love all the storage, and I love that I don't have to have all this in my living room or my dining room. When I need to go do a project, I don't have to use my dining room table now, and everything is just where I can see it. It's displayed. I think it's tastefully displayed, but I can also, see what I have, and I won't be buying more stuff because I can't find what I already had. It's going to be so wonderful wrapping Christmas presents in this room. It's just in time for that. I hope that you all enjoyed watching this video, watching this makeover. I know it took a little while to get this second video up. We've been so busy, as you know, but I had so much fun planning it, organizing it. These are the fabric bins that I had, and I just thought I'd show you what was in each one. This is just various tools that we use. These are all my dry, flowers and picks and things like that. I have way too many. And then this is my sewing, my fabric and things like that. So it's so nice just to have a place for that. Down here I have some extra rope, some twine and yarn, and then these two are actually empty because Madison's probably going to store her things down here, her clay earring things, and she wanted a little space for that, so I thought I'd save her a space there. And of course I showed you inside this, but I actually have extra room in here if I need to add or play with things. Like I said, I have to see how it works out for me, if this system works. Down here at the bottom I just have some scrap wood and some shells that we got on our trip to the Bahamas, and just some different things that I might need to use to make various projects. But I love having that door that I can shut. You can't see it. And of course this cute little paint caddy is going to be so convenient when I am painting. And I actually love that I just love the colorful, I love that you can see all the colors of the paint and the ribbon. I don't know, I feel like an art room or a craft room should be colorful, so that's why I kind of kept the decor neutral with the black and white and then that teal color, and then I thought I'd let all my materials and everything be kind of add the color to the room. So I showed you what was on this shelf, but I love the organization. A well-organized room makes me very happy, so I'm sure a lot of you all can relate. So I don't know if I said, but these bins were $2.99 at Hobby Lobby, and they have all different kinds and colors, and of course, I had to go with the buffalo check. But these probably are my favorite just because these are the things that I would go to the most often and have such a hard time finding. I mean, this is going to be really so wonderful to have whenever I am, all the time. I'm always needing staples and tape and various things. Me and the kids are always needing them too. At the bottom of this, I just put my sewing machine and then just an art easel. And I have been storing that in my closet for years because I didn't have a space for it, but now I do. And over here is the old oil tank that we always, we've kind of become attached to it. It's just always there. I think eventually I may hang a piece of fabric on that, in front of that, as a backdrop, and I can do my sit down YouTube videos. That is the plan, at least. We'll see if that works out. I'm not sure. And then over here, like I said, that will probably be storage eventually for my home decor, but it is covered up by the curtains. And as you can see, it is a basement, but we're working around that, and I wanted to utilize this space. Even though it is down in the basement, I think I did a pretty good job of making it a bright, cheery place to come down and work on crafts and wrap presents and things like that. Marion added another bifold door on the other side of the stairs, so now it is completely closed off from the storage. And if you remember, we did Madison's room. We just had a carpet remnant from the stairs we laid down in the hallway, and I just love this little hallway, and it goes straight back to the storage area, and it's so convenient to just walk back there and grab things or put things back. It's just so wonderful. So that is it. I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed coming along. This has been a journey, let me tell you. It's taken us way longer than we had planned, but it's well worth it. And I appreciate you guys so much, and all your sweet comments and encouragement and your shares and your thumbs up. Y'all are amazing. I love you. Like I always say, I love you. I'm praying for you. So don't forget to use that link down below if you'd like to check out Toppin. I will link their website as well as the Amazon link. Just make sure that you use the discount code if you'd like to save 10%. They also sell humidifiers and several other things. They're a great company. Make sure to check them out. Thank you again to Toppin for sending that. Thank you guys. I love you. I will see you in my next video, which is the start of the 12 days of Vlogmas. So make sure you're subscribed. You won't miss out. Bye.